All right. Oh Lord, what's happening? I don't know. We're gonna see. So there's just that. All right. Hello, everyone, and welcome to It's All Relative. And it is me, Relly, and I am trying out new software and microphones and all the things. And so we're doing it. A couple of things. Number one, we've got a tea party coming up. Oh, look, my kitchen is being redone, so I'm still sipping on. I haven't brewed anything new, so I'm still sipping on Quiet Storm, and it is still delicious. However, what do we have going on? We have on August 17th from 3 to 7, we are having a tea party. Auntie's brew, excuse me. My brain is legit mush, so you have to forgive me. Auntie's brew and elixirs. We are having our two-step tea party, right? It's a hot girl hoedown. And so that's from 3 to 7. And there is going to be a DJ. There is going to be line dancing. There is going to be food vendors. We've got what is it, 845 food vendors. He's gonna be there. What else do we have? And we've got Auntie's Brew. We've got tea. It's in the house. So please come on out, get your tickets on Eventbrite. It is Hot Girl Hoedown. That's what you put in, and then you'll see it. It's going to be at the VFW, the Pavilion. And so please go and get your tickets. So that is A. What else is going on? So I do have to talk about for a hot minute, like there's so much going on in our little town, guys. Um, there have been many shootings, and my heart goes out to everybody who was affected. I am so glad that everybody is okay and that they have life still, but it was immensely scary. And I've got a lot of ideas about what we could do in order to help our community and the community and our surrounding communities. So if anybody wants to have that conversation, then please let me know and let's do it. Also, there have been a lot of deaths as well. I mean, I know we're all heartbroken about Malcolm Jamal Warner. I've had a classmate pass away. A friend of mine, her son has passed away. Like, there's just been so much, and my heart goes out to each and every family that has lost a loved one. My goodness, this is such a trying time. And I don't know what brings comfort in those moments. So I just hope that you have people, family, loved ones that are around you and that are supporting you through this immensely difficult time. So, and to everyone who has passed away, I hope that they are having, a peaceful journey back home. And so I'm so sorry. And everyone has my deepest condolences, my sincerest condolences for those, for their families. So that's what's going on there. And now we'll come to the other part. So to go down this way, and then we're going to go slightly up a little bit. You know, I like to go left and then I go right. And here's the thing about all my business that I've been putting out there on the social media. Why, Sherelle, would you put your business out there on social media? Because I needed to free myself. So I have talked about how hard it's been to come here and be consistent. And part of that is because I don't know how I'll be received. How can I call myself a life coach when I've got this big secret going on in my closet? Any important relationship that I have always let them know, listen here, I think I want to be friends with you. You might want to be friends with me, but before we take that next step, I need you to know this about me. And the reason why I do that is because I don't want to take anybody's choice away. I don't want to be that person who only wants what they want and is not willing to share all of themselves, so that people get to know exactly who and what they're dealing with. And in this relationship that I'm trying to build with people on the internet, I want to be crystal clear about who I am, about what you're getting. And I don't want to be a fraud. I know that on social media, it's all highlight reels. That's the stuff that we post. And I just don't want to be that person. I want to show up and I want to be my authentic self. And so, what you see is what you get. If you see me out in the street, for my clients that see me, I want to be exactly who I portray. And, I'm out and about and people will say, "Oh, I see you on social media." And I'm always like, "Ooh," because I hadn't let that up and out. And so it's my truth. And that's just that. And so I needed to clear the air on that, and that's why I did it. And intentions are important because I get that it could look like, oh, she's just up here being a messy bitch. I'm not trying to be a messy bitch. It's part of my elevation. As I told you all, I'm trying to jump timelines. And my 48-year-old self, 3 years from now, she's already done this. She's gone through this. She's had to share this. And so it needed to be done. And that's just that. And now I'll be very clear about people that are here. These will be my people. If you come here, then I know that it's on purpose and that you want to be here. And I don't have to worry about, oh, what do they think? And so on and so forth. So I just wanted to put that out there. So I did. So we did that. All righty then. Now to the main event. Let's get to it. So I want to do reality check-ins because I really like reality TV. But what do I like about that? As a life coach, I like seeing people in all of themselves. I think in therapy what happens is that they come in, we hear one side of the story, and so we have a therapeutic alliance with the person in front of us, and we don't really get to see the other parts. And reality TV allows us to see how they act, and then how they recount the events. And so that's why I like it so much. I think that's why I'm intrigued by it so much. So I thought I'd do a Relly's reality check-in because I'm a visual learner. And so with that, if you watch the show, then we get to talk about those scenes and then we can have real dialogue. And I don't believe that things are really just black and white. I think that things are nuanced. I think there are many, 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 many shades of gray. And I think we can see ourselves or characteristics of ourselves or our loved ones in these situations. And so, what do I want to talk about? Basketball Wives. Everybody's talking about it. Chantel and Jackie. Chantel is Jackie's daughter, and they've been having beef. And I've been looking at the comments and the commentary, and a lot of people, excuse me, I'm so sorry. Excuse me again. Okay. Excuse me again. Sorry. A lot of people have been talking about, oh my goodness, that couldn't have been me because my mama would have, knocked me clean out. So there's that one side of people that feel like, how could Shani even begin to approach her mother in that way? And then the people on the show, the women on the show that were putting a little piece of battery in Chantel's back, they were talking about, I can't believe that as a mother that she would do this. And, she keeps running away and this, that, and the third. So I want to talk about a couple of things. I know that we had talked about, I have talked about Basketball Wives a couple of weeks ago. It could have been last week. I really don't remember. It's so far away. But I talked about how seemingly Chantel was blaming Jackie for her childhood and the pain and the hurt that was caused, and that she was absentee. And my thing was, well, I didn't see Chantel place any blame with Doug, and Doug and Jackie were together. So if Jackie gets blamed, Doug should get some blame. But then in this episode, Chantel goes on to talk about how she had been hurt by people in her life, and I guess maybe her handlers or something that she alluded to, not so much her mother. And she tried to tell her mother, and Jackie would not hear of it. So Chantel felt like I was hurting and I was looking for my mom to do something, and she turned me away and she didn't believe me. That is immensely hurtful. I can't even imagine. So, and then at the other, she goes forward in the show and she says to, and she's different with different people. So when she's with, as they call them, the big three, when she's with, what's her name, Denise and Brittany, it's, my mom is so hurtful to me. I just need my mom. And she talked about how she has to mourn the fact that Jackie isn't the mother that she wanted her to be. And that's huge. It's a big thing because sometimes the parents we got aren't the parents we needed. seemingly to us sometimes. But she talked about how she wonders what happened in Jackie's life to make her the parent that she is. That's great, Chantel. But when she gets with Jennifer and Evelyn and Brandy, it's, and she ain't shit. And, I'm just tired of her shit and we ain't moving forward. Now, and I think at one point she said the little girl in her is hurting and she wants her mom. And I can understand that, right? Here are a couple of things that are going on. One, Chantel is saying one thing and doing another because when she's with the big three, she says, I really want my mom. I just wish that she could hear me and understand. But when she meets with her mom, it is guns blazing, pow, pow, pow. You're vile, you're nasty. It's over. I don't want nothing to do with you. You're crazy, you're delusional. She calling her Jackie. Like it's all aggressive and it's coming from Chantel. Um, as Jackie's someone sitting on the outside in those instances, Jackie removed herself, which is the best thing that you could do. We teach in anger management all the time. Like, remove yourself because you're going to be judged not for what they did, but for how you handled it. And so, if someone stabs you and you come back with a sawed off shotgun, I talk about this, even in the eyes of the law, you are typically going to jail because you used excessive force, right? So Jackie removed herself. And here is another piece of the incongruence with Chantel and her mom. She says, I'm done. I don't want anything to do with her. Why would you go to her room then? And you said, oh, well, Jennifer told me that she wanted to talk. But if you don't want to move forward with her, why then did you need to go to her room to have that conversation? So I think the internal struggle that Chantel is having, on the one hand, she wants her mom to hold her and tell her it's going to be okay. She wants her mom to tell her she's sorry. And on the other hand, she's very angry with her mom for the things that her mom did and for the way that mom didn't show up. But if you only come to her with, I don't know that you're going to get what you're looking for. If you want a softer Jackie, then you have to come with a softer approach. And you know, if you want to pop off and you want to fight, essentially that's what you got. And even as you were leaving, as mom said, okay, well, you can go ahead and leave, it was still a lot of this. And you did push mom, and mom reacted. Jackie reacted. Not saying that is right, not saying that either situation, both parties played a part and both were wrong in the way in which they handled it, right? Because if Jackie is she knows how to leave, she should have left. She could have walked into her room and that could have been it. But that's not what she did. She chose to throw hands. Now, I gotta be honest. I was sitting there, I was listening as the girls were like, oh my God, I can't believe a mother would act like that towards a kid. I think that it's easy for people to pass judgment because you don't know how you would handle that situation because you're not in it. And we'd like to think that we'd rise above, but I could tell you, I don't know personally, me, Sherelle, how many times I would meet with my child, even my kid, the one that I birthed, that they could come with the rat-tat-tat, and that I could be able to stand that. And I guess that's part of the thing, right? Number one, I think that Chantel acts a lot like her mom because we've seen through the years, Jackie is really aggressive and then she comes back and she has a very different story and nobody really holds her accountable because on all the reality TV shows, it's just a simple, I'm sorry, and then you get to keep going. However, in this situation, seemingly Chantel does the same thing. She threw lots of rocks and then she hit her hand. Like, I can't believe that she hit me and so on and so forth. Sis, you was talking real reckless. And that's the thing about moms, and I think daughters. I wouldn't try my mom. I wouldn't try my mom. And I think many of us wouldn't try our moms. I just think, and even a respect thing, maybe. No matter how mad I am with my mom, that's just me. No matter how mad I am with my mom, I don't know that I would come at my mom with like, and your husband leaving you with, I don't know that I would do that. I don't know that I want to do that. But I think that that's the part of Chantel that's hurting. So she wants Jackie to hurt. And I think part of it is she wants a reaction out of Jackie, right? Let me know that you care. Let me know that you see me. And so Jackie continuing to leave makes Chantel feel like she doesn't see me and she doesn't love me and she doesn't care about me. And it's also the thing that Chantel's looking for. I think that's why she keeps running to her as I'm thinking about this all now. So totally makes sense. So that's kind of where we are with that. So if you are having a difficult relationship, and you want them to hear you, then you cannot, I'm telling you, do not go to them with that. Don't do that, because when you come at someone very aggressively, 9 times out of 10, they don't have the skill set to be able to hold it. So they tend to get defensive. When someone comes at me, you did me wrong, you're a dirty, no good, trifling, because you're not talking about the thing. If you need me to hear that you're hurting or that I've hurt you, you have to lead with that. I teach people, right? So you have to use your I messages. When you did this, I felt that. So in this case for Chantel, you would say to Jackie, Mom, when I came to you to tell you about how those people had hurt me and you dismissed it and told me that I was lying, I was crushed. It made me feel like you didn't love me. It made me feel angry. It made me feel disappointed. It made me feel frustrated. I didn't know what to do. I didn't know how to feel. Right. And so that then places the responsibility on Jackie because she did a thing and she's got to own up to that thing. And you can allow her to apologize. And also, I don't know that anything that she could do now makes it up for back then. It makes it better. It doesn't. But maybe the, wow, I didn't know, or maybe the, I'm terribly sorry that I didn't believe you from where I was sitting at the time. It looked like X, Y, and Z. I don't know if that makes it better, but it's a start, right? And yeah, I think the other part of that, now that I think about it in the conversation, Jackie feels like you're on the show and you're turning up for the show, because her thing was, didn't we have a good relationship? And so she's confused. So she's asking, hey, I'm confused, but you're so angry and frustrated. And I get it, but she can't hear you through all of that. So you have to try a different approach. And you're like, I came to let you know that we're not moving forward. At that point, again, I think you wanted Jackie to say, I'm sorry, what can I do to make it better? But instead, she hit you with the all right. And I think that then kicked up all the other things from the past. So what would make this situation better? Getting off of reality TV, not having these conversations with cameras rolling, and lots of therapy. Lots and lots of therapy. Family therapy, honestly. I think everybody needs to come in the room. Doug needs to come as the husband, and Dougie needs to come as the son, and the other daughter that there's been rumbling. So there's a lot of hurt. And it's never going to get resolved, especially with a whole bunch of people who don't have the skill set to be able to help you all navigate through that space. So this should not be for reality TV. If you want real healing. Now, if you want views for the show and you're just, for the gag, hey, that's great. But maybe there's something for us to learn. So again, if you are having conflict with family members, with loved ones, with friends, do not go guns blazing. Use your I statements. When you did this, I felt that. I feel this when you did X. You have to put it back on the person, and decide where you're going to go from there. And always escalating, and calling people names. It's a no go. You're not going to get anywhere because the other person instantly gets defensive. I can tell you, I'm not going to sit, but for so long when you call me names and you talk about me and things of that nature, that doesn't help us get anywhere. So, if you found that helpful, I'm sorry, great. And I hope that you tune in again so that we can have another reality check-in. I hope you're having a really, really great evening, and I look forward to talking to you guys soon. All right, I'll talk to you later. Bye.